People just cannot get enough of SUVs, and premium SUVs in particular. So the timing is just right then for this, the all-new Audi Q3. It's one of the German brand's biggest sellers, with over 1 million being sold since 2011. Here, we will show you around everything there is to know about this latest model. While the new Q3 bears an obvious resemblance to its predecessor, it takes on a much sharper design. The flanks feature much more pronounced haunches, while the head and taillights are slimmer than before. The SUV has also grown significantly. It's almost 100mm longer and 18mm wider than its predecessor. That doesn't sound like much, but Audi promises that means a whole lot more space for those inside. The boot is certainly much larger at 530 litres, and dropping the split rear bench increases that to over 1,500 litres. So just like the exterior, inside Audi has completely transformed the way this car looks. Now, if you think back to the current Q3, which has been around for 6 or 7 years now, it was feeling a little bit dated inside, with lots of buttons and lots of dials all over the centre console and dashboard. In this new model, it is a complete transformation. All the buttons have gone, they've been replaced by this new slick infotainment system on the dashboard, which has been taken from the flagship A8 Saloon. But unlike that car, there is no haptic feedback on inputs, so they are touch sensitive, but you don't get that click when you press them, and that is purely a cost reason for that. And alongside this new infotainment system, there are some digital dials as well. Now, no analog dials are available, everything is digital. On the entry-level models, they are a smaller 10.3-inch display. On the high-spec models, they are a 12.3-inch display. And unlike every Audi you can get these days, they are crystal clear, really slick and intuitive to use. Now, elsewhere inside, Audi has also been a little bit more expressive with the design and some of the material choices they've used. So on this model, which is the equivalent to a Sport in the UK, there are some Alcantara trim on the seats, on the dashboard, and on the doors, which is a first for Audi. They haven't done that before, and it looks really, really good. Another thing Audi's decided to do is introduce 3 new interior trim levels and 3 new exterior trim levels, which you can then mix and match. So if you want a sporty exterior, you can then have a more sophisticated interior design, and vice versa. The cabin is a huge improvement then, and Audi says it has put a lot of effort into making the new Q3 better to drive without compromising ride comfort. But we'll be the judge of that when we drive it later in the year. From launch, buyers have the choice of 1 petrol and 3 diesel engines, and all adopt the brand's rather new, confusing naming strategy. The entry-level 35 TFSI uses a 148 brake horsepower, 1.5 litre turbo, while the 40 and 45 TFSI use a larger 2-litre engine with 187 brake horsepower and 227 brake horsepower respectively. Finally, there's the diesel, the 35 TDI, which is powered by a 148 brake horsepower 2-litre engine. All use an automatic gearbox. Make sense? Nope, me neither. But let us know what you think of the new Q3 in the comments section below.